instruct the humankind, not only the Muslims or the Arabs, but the whole of humankind. So it is mustahab, it is encouraged, it is preferable, it is sunnah to give the translation of the Quran to a non-Muslim. Hope that answers the question. Can we have the next question, sister?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Numias Kitty. I'm an aquaculture consultant by profession. And my question goes...
Can there be a volunteer at each of the microphones? Please, can there be a lady volunteer at the microphone on my left and a gent volunteer on my right? Please assist the sisters asking a question and please adjust the microphone according to the height. Where are the lady volunteers? Please shift the microphone on the top, yes.
Yeah.
Don't remove it from the holder, please.
Adjust the... Oh.
Yeah, simple.
Thank
You
you.
don't have to be a bachelor or a graduate to adjust the microphone. Yes, sister, can you have a name and your profession and a question in brief?
Okay, my name is Numias Kitty. I'm an aquaculture consultant by profession. My question goes to the discussion you were giving on the misconceptions about Islam. Question 7, about Islam subjugating the women by keeping them behind the veil. My issue is with the short narrative that you gave about the twins, the two beautiful girls who are identical, and one is dressed modestly and the other is dressed in the modern wear. And the question was, between the two, who is most likely to be catcalled? And the consensus was the one who was in the Western clothing. And while that is true, do you not think that such a narrative is going to give, especially the men who have wayward thinking, the idea that they can then catcall or molest women who are not within the fold of Islam, who do not think that modesty applies to them? Do you not think that it gives them the idea that then they are allowed to catcall or abuse these women simply because they are not covered modestly? Thank you.
If I heard your question correctly, sister, you're referring to the misconception of Islam, that is number 7, that women are kept behind the veil and they're subjugated.
Yeah.
And when I gave the example, there are two twin sisters equally beautiful, both of them very beautiful, one wearing the Islamic hijab, complete body covered, except the face and hands up to the wrist, and the other sister wearing a Western clothes with a mini skirt and a low neck. Which girl will you tease? So there are some men who would like to tease the girl wearing the hijab, you said, correct?
No. No, I'm saying the consensus was, chances are the girl with the miniskirt is the one who's going to be catcalled and teased.
Sister, I can't understand. Can you speak slowly and clearly?
Okay. I said, from your story, the consensus was that the girl with the miniskirt would be the one who would be teased and catcalled.
Correct.
Yes. Well, that is the consensus. I'd like to say that sometimes it's not true. Sometimes even women modestly covered get abused and catcalled. But of course, the modest covering protects us. But my question was, do you not think that such a narrative will give the idea to the men who have wayward thinking that just because a woman is not modestly covered, then they have the right to abuse them simply because this woman is not correctly covered?
Sister is asking the question, do you not think that there may be some people who may have a different thinking and may yet tease a girl wearing the Islamic hijab? Yes, but they are very less in number. I know there are some lunatic who may tease even a girl in hijab. I'm not saying, I'm asking what are the chances of a normal man? A normal man will tease a girl who is exposed. You asking the question, don't you think some people would have a wrong thinking? Of course, but that's an exception to the rule. Out of 100, out of 1,000 men, one may be a lunatic, correct? So one lunatic out of 1,000 may tease a man, so only he is responsible, not the woman. But the woman who is not wearing a clothes, even she is responsible for being teased and molested and raped, even the man, both are responsible. But if a woman is wearing proper hijab, and if a man yet molests her, who's responsible? Only the man, not the woman. Do you understand? There may be many a times when people are honest, somebody cheats them. Whose fault? It's only of the cheater. So, if you are not modestly dressed, you have more chances of being teased. Maybe the percentage is 10 times more, or maybe 100 times more. If you are not modestly dressed, and if you are teased, it's common. If you are modestly dressed and teased, is very rare. Can be possible. I'm not saying not possible. Can be possible, but the chances are very rare. In that case, you are not responsible. Only the man who teases is responsible. Do you understand? But if you are not modestly dressed, both are responsible. The girl who's not modestly dressed, as well as the man who teases.
I do not disagree with the concept that you're trying to share. What I'm saying is, it is problematic in the sense that some people are going to use that as a precedence, to say, this one is immodestly dressed, so I have a right. I am not saying it's not a rule to the exception.
I understood your question.
Yes.
What she's saying, some people will say that I will teach the girl wearing hijab. And there was in my full life of more than 30 years of dawah, I have given more than 3,000 lectures, public lectures in different parts of the world. There was one non-Muslim girl, only one non-Muslim girl in my full life in Dubai who came and told Dr. Zakir, I think your answer is wrong. I said, why? The girl wearing the hijab will be teased because the man would like to know what is behind the hijab. Correct? That is her logic. She's saying, according to me, the girl wearing hijab will be teased because the man would like to know what is behind the hijab. So I told her, I don't agree with your answer. But if you agree with this logic, then why are you wearing clothes? You should walk without clothes. And she felt so ashamed, she was coming just to disrupt the question answer session. And my daughter in the audience said, now my father is stuck. Because it's an illogical answer. Yes, you say a lunatic does, I will agree. But a normal man will not tease a girl wearing the hijab. Allah says in the Quran, our creator, in Surah Azab, chapter number 33, verse number 59, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the believing women, when they go abroad, when they go out, they should put on the jilbab, they should put on the overcloak, so that they shall be recognized that they are modest. And it will prevent them from being molested. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. But someone who is a lunatic, okay. But you say a normal man would like to tease a girl wearing the hijab, this is nonsense. He's abnormal. So I told the girl, if this is what you believe, why are you wearing clothes? You should walk without clothes. And she felt so ashamed, she went away. Did you get the answer, sister? Thank you. Can we have the next question?
1 second, sorry.
Sister, only one question. Next question, go behind the queue.
Okay.
And please speak clearly. All of you are mumbling in the... So, I'll give you a question in writing to a lady who can speak clearly and who doesn't have a mask. Yes, sister.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdullah Ahmad. I'm a high school teacher by profession, teaching Islamic studies. So, my question is on misconception 1 and misconception 2 about terrorism and jihad. You see, let's call a spade a spade. We Muslims, there's a misconception that we support jihad and terrorism, yet it is not true. But the problem is when you look at those people who are terrorists or are considered as terrorists or consider themselves as jihadists, most of them are Muslims. The likes of ISIS, the likes of Boko Haram, the likes of Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, and more. So what is your pick or what is your say on that, kindly? Thank you.
The brother asked a question that related to terrorism and jihad. He says that when we look around us, most of the people that are terrorists are Muslims, like ISIS, the likes of Boko Haram, etc. Brother, I've given a talk on is terrorism Muslim monopoly. This is what the media says. This is what the media says. How many people, Al-Qaeda, if you go to the website of the American website, how many attacks have they done? How many people have they killed? If you compare with the non-Muslim organization, have you heard of IRA? Irish Republican Army, IRA. Have you heard of it? No. Why? Because media hasn't publicized it. You Google, you will come to know what is IRA. There are so many terrorist organizations in Africa. Non-Muslims. But the media doesn't promote them. So just they are killing. In India, there is a Maoist organization which kills thousands of people, kills Indian police every day. But media doesn't promote that because they are non-Muslims. They want to talk about Kashmir. They want to talk about Popular Front. They pick up the Muslims. This is the media. In that talk of mine, is the Muslim monopoly, I have given several examples. Who was the first person who did the hijack? Non-Muslim. Who was the first person who did suicide bombing? Tamil Tigers, non-Muslim. I will come to ISIS, don't worry. Anti-ISIS, I'll come to it. But let me give you the picture. Even if you agree, Al-Qaeda, ISIS or anti-ISIS or Boko Haram, they are nothing compared to the non-Muslim Tamilian Tigers. LTT, Maoist organization. They are killing in, one organization is killing all what the Muslims kill, one organization alone is killing. But the media doesn't promote that because they don't get vote bank. If they promote, then the government will go down. Oh, we cannot take control of these non-Muslim, our Indian people, so they don't want the media to know. Do you understand? So you as a Da'i should Google. Do you know how many terrorists in full world put together, full world, do you know in USA, after 9/11, inside job, hear my talk, done by the government, George Bush himself, inside job. After the 9/11, from 2001 till 2015, in 15 years, how many people were killed because of terrorist attack? Do you know? How many in USA? In USA, how many Americans were killed in 15 years because of terrorist attacks?
I don't know.
61. Less than 5 a year. In some year, in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2000. But yet, out of those people that were killed in USA, in 15 years, 15,000 people were killed. How many Muslims killed? Only 45, 0.3%. So Muslims were killed only 45 out of 15,000. And the population of Muslims is 3%. That means the non-Muslims are killing 10 times more than the Muslims in America alone. Do you understand? This is the statistics of USA government, not my statistics. Google. In the last 10, 15 years, how many were killed? 15,000. How many Muslims killed Americans? 45 people were killed because of Muslims. So 0.3% of 15,000 is 45. The population of Muslim is 3%. So there should be 3, correct? That means non-Muslims are killing 10 times more than Muslims only in America. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no?
True, but...
Wait. What but? Let me finish my answer. I'm giving you answer, you should be shocked, but this is the problem. I'm giving him information that Muslims are not killing, he's saying but. He's so much impressed with the media, mashallah. Let me complete the answer. Let me complete the answer. Let me complete the answer. You don't understand English?
I do.
Yes, but let me complete the answer. I have not completed the answer. So, If you see the terrorist attack done in the full world, average in the last 10 years, every year only 19,000 people are being killed. In some years only 11,000, some years 31,000. In the last 15 years, average 19,000. According to WHO, by drinking alcohol, every year 2.6 million people are dying. Every year how much? 2.6 million people are dying. Of terrorist attack, how many? 19,000. Where is 19,000? Where is 2.6 million? Do you find in the media alcohol should be banned? Do you find? If they want to stop human beings from dying, ban alcohol. So easy. Right or wrong? Allah says in Surah Ma'idah chapter number 5 verse number 90, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, oh you believe, innamal khamru wal maisuru, most certainly intoxicants and gambling, wal azlamu, dedication of stone, divination of arrows, rijsun min amali shaitan, these are Satan's handiwork. Fashtanibu lakum tuflihun. Abstain from this handiwork that we may prosper. Simple solution. They only want to misguide the people. They want to sell their arms. Muslim terrorists, full media, Muslim terrorists. Let's take care of terrorists. Ban alcohol. Where is 2.6 million? Where is 19,000? How many times more? How many times more? Calculate. 2.6 million divided by 19,000. By smoking, every year according to WHO, statistics of 2023, every year more than 8 million people are dying only because of smoking, out of which 1.3 million are passive smokers. They don't smoke, but because their husbands or their brothers or their fathers are smoking, passive smokers. 8 million. Which is the bigger problem for humanity, terrorism or smoking? Terrorism or smoking? Smoking. But they want to talk about Muslim terror. Now coming to your question, ISIS. I have not come to your question yet. You want to ask a new question? Only one question. Your question is over. Now just listen to my answer, please. I think there's a problem with you. You don't understand English?
I'm sorry.
Yes, you asked the question over, now you cannot reply, finish. Now hear my reply, that there will be a debate between you and me. He asked a question, what about ISIS? I don't know of any ISIS, I know anti-ISIS. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, Levant. Does the Islamic State say you have to kill innocent human beings? Does Islamic Sharia say you have to kill innocent human beings? No. Oh, ISIS, Islamic State has killed 500 innocent human beings. Does Islam say that? That means are they Islamic? No, they are fake. So why are you calling them ISIS? You should call them anti-ISIS, anti-Islamic State of Israel, anti-Islamic State of Iraq and Levant and Syria. If there is a person who is an imposter and calls himself the president of USA, and he comes to you and gives you the interview, will you say, I interviewed the president of USA? Will you say that? No. You will say there was a fake person who was calling him the president of USA and he gave me an interview, correct? Same way, you have to not say, we in Muslim media say, oh, ISIS killed innocent people. I never say that. I say anti-ISIS, anti-Islamic State of Iraq and Syria killed 20 innocent people. Now when I say ISIS killed, that means I am maligning Islam, right or wrong? Every non-Muslim, this Islamic State problem, Islamic problem. You repeating it is a problem. You repeating the question is a problem. You are helping the kuffar. You are helping the enemies of Islam to malign Islam. If you had seen my video before, you'd have never asked this question. I tell the people, why you are repeating in the Muslim media? Why is a Muslim man coming in the microphone? Millions are hearing all over the world that ISIS is killing innocent people. Who's to